Today is a wonderful day to open up some Pokemon cards. We just hit 800 subscribers, so I wanted to do something a little special, and I have here a Pokemon Center exclusive ETB for White Flare. We're going to be opening this up and gonna try my hands at doing some live commentary. So let's get this open. And my trusty little knife here, so let's see if we can open this up a little quickly. If you guys are unaware of what Elite Trainer boxes are, they're meant for a nice little way to set up when you're actually playing the TCG. So you get this nice little player's guide that comes with all the cards that are in the set. And the one for White Flare, if I remember correctly, that we're actually looking for, specifically Scraggy, is a really nice card. And I want to say, let's see, Hydreigon is in there somewhere. Zora is one of my favorite cards. We already have the full art Buffalent. And there you go. The SIR Buffalent and the Hydreigon SIR are the two that I'm most excited for. Obviously, there is a Reshiram card that everyone wants. And I was a little surprised to know that the Victini has a red card in both black and white. So it's going to be really annoying to be needing to find that card. But getting into the ETB itself, throw that out. You get little condition markers. 11 packs instead of the regular 9. The holy grail of promos for Scarlet and Violet is the Pokemon Center stamp, and there's actually 2 cards in there. You got your sleeves, some energies, and then some dice. But we actually don't play the TCG. I want to learn someday, but today's not that day. So we're going to get into these packs. Now it is pretty hot in California, so we're going to try to get through these as quickly as possible, just because I don't want to overheat in this room. Nice little code card. We have all the hollow energies so far for this set, so what I really want to do for the master set is try to get 2 sets of hollow energies to be able to fit all of these in a 16 pocket binder. I really want to be able to organize this in a really nice way, but I still haven't really looked into how I'm going to organize that 16 pocket binder. If you guys are wondering like where I buy my binders, I usually get them from Voltex, and sometimes I'll go to different shops that also sell those binders. Sometimes they sell them at a deal because they get them at a discount, which is really nice, but even Voltex has back orders on their binders, so sometimes ordering directly from them, that's a nice little art, can take a while. We got our first Pokeball, which in this set, as well as Prismatic, or just like Prismatic I should say, there are 4 different variants for your cards. There's the regular, the reverse hollow, the Pokeball hollow, and then there's a Master Ball hollow. Pokeballs are pretty easy to come by in these sets. I feel like the hit rate for black and white is actually a lot better than it was in Prismatic. Maybe because they didn't have illustration rares, but I feel like the Pokeballs are even easier to pull in black and white than it was in Prismatic. Sometimes you would go 10 packs without getting a single Pokeball. You got the Durant again. I actually have my friend Mr. Neighbor, he loves these Play-Doh cards, so I'm actually going to save that for him. He's a very big supporter, and he's honestly probably the reason, as well as Sage, that we even started this channel. Nice little EX. I actually don't have this one, so pretty nice. For black and white, I actually managed to pre-order quite a bit of product before it went live. And I'm actually really happy about that, because this is the first set that I actually got my hands on a lot before it even started. A nice little hollow energy. This like sideways pattern for the hollow is actually really nice. Ooh, Ducklet. I have a binder, like a small little 4-pocket binder, that I started collecting a specific Pokemon. It is Psyduck, but surprisingly, another Pokeball. Surprisingly, it is difficult to find Psyduck cards as we're pulling from the sets. I want to say I have the Cottony Pokeball. If not, I have the Master Ball actually. Not entirely sure, I need to double check. But we're gonna keep on going. Hopefully we get a Master Ball in here. And even better if we have an Illustration Rare or an SIR. Definitely an SIR because obviously who wouldn't want to pull any of those? The ones in White Flare are actually really nice compared to the ones in Black Bolt, but I feel like Black Bolt as a whole, in terms of Generation 5, has the better assortment of Pokemon. Emboar was my starter in Black and White, but as some of you may know if you watched the shorts, I actually wasn't a really big fan of Black and White when it originally came out. I felt like Generation 5 just had... When I was a kid, I felt like it was a lazy generation because they started making Pokemon out of just kind of absurd things like Vanillite being an ice cream cone. I wasn't jiving with that very much. I felt like they were running out of like that. Not a big fan of this Pokemon. Felt like they were running out of ideas. Lillipup was a good one. And it just seemed like they were getting a little lazy. But, you know, now that I'm a lot older, a Lillipup illustration rare, I love that. That's such a dope card. And we got a full art. This is actually something that I didn't mention. We can actually get more than one hit out of Black and White, which I don't think we've seen in quite a while. But I'm glad it's a thing because just more hits in general. We will take that and we will not complain at all. This is the second full art that I've pulled for the set. And I want to say there's only 6 or 7 per set. So the fact that we've pulled 2 for White Flare is actually really good. Just the less singles that we have to buy for these sets, the better. Considering this dual set has over 800 cards, completing the master set's going to be tedious and honestly really expensive if we can't get most of them. Grass Hollow Energy, we'll save that for later. Swadloon. Zora is honestly one of the best Pokemon to come out of this generation, but the Litwick and Chandelure line, I really like these. Not a big fan of the monkeys. They're just something about like the grass, fire, water Pokemon. I feel like it just fell flat. Sigilyph, Lillipup, and a Jellicent EX. A little side note, I actually have pulled this 4 times already, so this is the 5th Jellicent EX that I have. And I pray that somebody needs these so I can trade them away. Jellyfish Pokemon. I think I have equal amounts of dislikes in this generation than I do likes. Bisharp and Pawniard are 2 of my favorite Pokemon of all time. King Gambit was alright. I feel like it could have been better, but it was still a cool Pokemon when it came out. Let's see, Pokeball. A Pokeball Litwick. As I was saying, I actually do like Litwick, so we'll call that a win. Mindfu and Emboar. We are getting... This is our, what, 3rd Pokeball in this ETB? And as you can see, unlike Prismatic, we're actually getting a very decent amount of hits out of these. I believe I opened 2 Elite Trainer boxes for the Pokemon Center exclusive ones for Prismatic, and I think altogether I got maybe 5-6 hits. I got 3 in each. That set definitely was not worth buying a ton of. I did have access to purchase a lot of Prismatic and just chose not to. Mainly because of the price, but I was not willing to drop a ton of money for that set, knowing the hit rates. And Gothdale. I don't think I have this holo yet. We will take any of the ones that we don't have. You know, Godspeed to all those people that are buying Prismatic like crazy. Hopefully they're not buying it at scalper prices, and they're just getting really lucky with all the Sam's Club stuff. I know Sam's Club is going to be putting out those, I want to say it's 14-pack of Prismatic, so if people are able to buy those, you know, good on them. I don't think I have a Sam's Club membership, but if I do, I will try for that. And a Master Ball Zora. That is actually probably one of the better Master Balls in this set. And a Buffalo EX. Nice little double hit, like, once again. I know Zora is one of the more sought after Master Balls. Nothing too crazy. I don't think it's a super expensive card, but you know, sometimes it's not all about the price. It's about what people are willing to trade for it. That being said, I probably wouldn't trade for it. It's going directly into my master set. And we're down to the last pack. We've actually done really well so far. So let's see if we can end with another hit. And let me know down in the comments below if you feel like this Pokemon Center ETB was worth opening. Some people don't agree because they think that it is an investment that you should hold on to. But realistically, these promos, I do not want to buy for the Pokemon Center stand. And I kind of dread having to buy those for the master sets that I don't have completed yet. So if I can open it myself and just have fun opening packs, I want to do that and have the satisfaction that I have my own Pokemon Center exclusive stamp that I didn't have to pay for. And I got to rip all these packs, you know? A Pokeball Roggenrola. What is that? I want to say that's 4 Pokeballs. And a Samurai Hollow. This ETB did a hell of a lot better than the Prismatic one did. Let's gather all these up. Actually have those 2 that I did not sleeve, but do not fret. I will put those at some point. So we got the Hollow Psychic Energy, Hollow Grass, Hollow Electric. Then we got Pokeball Litwick, Full Art Hydreigon, Illustration Rare Lillipup, Pokeball Roggenrola, Buffalo EX, a Master Ball Zora, my 5th Jellicent EX, a Pokeball Cottony, which potentially is a duplicate, Pokeball Vanillite. Not a big fan of this guy, but I'm glad I pulled it. And the EX for Whimsicott. Let me know if you guys think this was a, you know, worthwhile opening of a Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box. And I'll see you guys in the next one.